This is a hobby and demonstration video for all ages. I make no claims to any and all trademark and copyrighted content. As I said in previous videos, the Robo-Rings allow the Gozyugers to summon their signature weapons. The Unicorn Drill 50 used by Gozu Unicorn, the Eagle Shooter 50 used by Gozu Eagle, the Tyranno Hammer 50 used by Gozu Tyranno, and the Leon Buster 50 used by Gozu Leon. And then there's the Red Ranger himself, GozyuWolf. When I first used the Tega Sword Red Ring back in my first Gozyuger video, the Tega Sword said WolfDecalibur50, 50 being pronounced Go. This suggests that, like most other Red Rangers, GozyuWolf's signature weapon is a sword. Unfortunately, GozyuWolf never summoned this so-called WolfDecalibur50. Until now! With the word caliber in the name, I was expecting the sword to look more like the kind used by knights. But hey, I'm not complaining. Out of all the Gozyuger signature weapons we've seen so far, the WolfDecalibur50 is the only one with lights and sounds. Hold and release the trigger to use the final attack. As you've seen before, when most of the Gozyugers pilot Tega Sword, giant versions of their weapons combine with him to change his form. This is not a requirement when GozyuWolf pilots Tega Sword, but that doesn't mean there isn't a giant version of his weapon. On the contrary, there is a giant version of the WolfDecalibur50, and it can combine with Tega Sword to give him a power-up form known as Tega Sword Decaclaw! You know, if you think about it, it wouldn't make sense for a wolf-themed Megazord to have a claw weapon. Yes, wolves have long, sturdy nails like dogs, but they're not sharp and retractable like cat claws. But hey, if this huge claw does damage to baddies, then who am I to argue? I should point out that number 1 Sentai Gozyuger is a show where the enemies pilot giant robots rather than the monsters growing to giant size. That being said, Tega Sword Decaclaw's final attack is using his giant claw to impale the enemy robots. You get a sound effect when reattaching the two pieces. I pre-ordered the WolfDecalibur50 from Toku, and it came with the Gozyuger Ring GW campaign version. I don't know what GW stands for. I'm not going to demonstrate it in the Tega Sword, because it plays a sound we've heard before, but I'll still show it. The picture change is clever. Its picture is of Tega Sword in all 5 of his forms: red, blue, yellow, green, and black. The clever part is that when you rotate the back, Tega Sword Red becomes Tega Sword Decaclaw. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and stay tuned for more.